All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I have to begin by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rekakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. All right, so what we going into today, I don't really have the title, right? Well, I have my notes. I don't know if you can see that, but it just says faith, right? So I just want to have a talk about faith, right? Maybe I'll title it something like the Walk of Faith, um, something to that effect, right? But really, we can really just get straight into it, right? Because this first verse is gonna kick it off and we get the ball rolling, right? So this is 2 Corinthians 5:7, right? It says, "For we walk by faith, not by sight," you know. So this is what we do as a culture, as a heritage. This is what our people are supposed to be doing. Rather, let me say, right? We're supposed to be walking by faith and not by sight, right? Because Jake, and when we say Jake, we mean Jacob, right? What do they want? They want evidence. They want some type of, and when I say evidence, I mean like a physical, like I can see this happening. I see this. I see that. That's what Jake wants. Jake doesn't have faith. You know, what is faith? Faith is, well, we'll read it. Well, yeah, we can read it right quick, right? This is Hebrews 11:1. It says, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." Right? This is the evidence of things not seen, right? We hope for what? What do we hope for? We hope for salvation, right? We hope. Well, not. Well, I won't even say hope in what I'm about to say, right? Because we know the Lord is coming back to destroy this place, but we hope it happens sooner than later. Which through prophecy the Most High gave us signs and things of that nature, right? Which goes into you know the book of Matthew, where Yahweh Shah speaks to those scribes and Pharisees who were inquiring of him, "When are the signs of these times?" Right? And he called them, "Oh, you hypocrites! You know the signs of the signs of the weather, right? What did it say? Like you know the skies are lowering red, right? You know what's going on, in the skies, but you don't know what's going on in the world through prophecies. You don't know what time we're in, right? And that's the same spirit that the people are in now. They don't know the time that we're in. They don't know that we're in these last days. Surely enough, right? These things, all things that we see right now, will come to an end, you know, and then the new world will start, right? As the scriptures say, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, you know. But going back to the title at hand, right? Faith. So these are the things that we're supposed to have, you know. But like we say, everybody's not gonna have faith, and honestly, we don't care, because we jokingly say, but actually, I mean, do mean it in a sense. Everybody who has, um, each person that doesn't have faith is a chance for us to be a part of the elect, right? Which, Lord willing, we are, right? That's one less person we got to worry about in having our spot, the spot that we so earnestly desire, you know. So, just going into that, I mean, if somebody doesn't have faith, are we to, you know, does that diminish what we believe? No, as the scriptures say, Most High forbid. You know, if you don't believe what we say, so be it, right? Because for all we know, that's just the spirit that the Most High has you in. You know, the Lord may have you in the spirit to where you don't listen, to where you don't understand, right? As He can have you in that spirit that David prayed to give him to. You wicked Jakes. He prayed to the Most High to let their to put stumbling blocks upon you, right? Traps and things of that nature, snares, and I think it's in the book of Psalms, and Paul actually quoted that in Romans. I think it's Romans 9, right? But since I said that, I'll read this. This is Romans 3:3, right? It says, "For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? Most High forbid. Yeah, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar. As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged, man. So, if they didn't believe, does that make you know the faith of the Most High? Does that make it void? Does that do it? What? No, you know. I mean, they said that the Most High be true and every man liar. So if you don't speak, let me grab that right quick. I can read this one right quick. There's really another one I want, but I can read this one right quick. This is 1 Peter 4:11. It says, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High. If any man minister, let him do as the ability which the Most High giveth, that the Most High in all things may be glorified through Hamashiach Yahushua, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Man, but the point was, it says, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High. What's the oracles of the Most High? These scriptures, man. So if you're gonna speak, you have to speak through the scriptures, right? You can't speak of your own validity, of your own opinion, of your vain opinion at that, right? Now there may be times where we may be at camp, we maybe do lessons, but we will exclaim or disclaim, right? We'll have a disclaimer, but we will say before, now I say this as a man, right? So on and so forth. Paul has done that on occasions, right? He'll tell you, I speak as a man if I say this, but Slakia. But all scripture is what? Through inspiration of the Most High. So even when Paul says that, for you people who say Paul isn't as credible, or they don't hold the words of Paul as fact or authoritative, right? Well, the scriptures say that all scripture is through inspiration of the Most High. So how can they not be authoritative? That doesn't make sense. They're in the scriptures, right? And if you don't agree with it, then you're taken away, right? Because you don't treat them as the holy scriptures, the word of the Most High, right? But let me see if I can find the other one. Let's see. Salakia. Okay, I see what I was thinking of, but that's not really what I want. But it's like it. But getting back to the point, right? Faith, Let me read this Hebrews 11:1 again, right? It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Man, so what's the evidence of things not seen? This faith that we have, this is what this is how we know that we're on the right path. This is how we know the things to be true, right? Ultimately, why? Because the Most High woke us up. The Most High gave us the spirit to believe, right? You got to understand this thing is a gift, right? But you have to have, at the end of the day, if you don't have faith, you have nothing. If you don't have faith, you have nothing. You have no chance. Because as soon as some type of affliction, maybe a light affliction, a heavy affliction, or some type of tribulation, anything goes wrong, it's gonna break. Let me see. thinking of these as they come. I had some lined up, but others are coming. Slovakia, because now I think I want to get this. Um, Khan. This is what I wanted, right? This is Luke 6, and I started at 46, right? It says, "And why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say? Whosoever cometh to me and heareth my sayings and doeth them, I will show you to whom he is like. He is like a man which built an house and digged deep, and laid the foundation on a rock. And when the flood arose, the stream beat vehemently upon that house, and could not shake it, for it was founded upon a rock." Right? And why did I want to get this? Because when you have faith, when you have faith, right, you're gonna do the things that the scriptures tell you to do. Why? Because you believe that these things are profitable unto you. You believe that these things will propel you into a path of righteousness. You know. So when you do these things, what do you say? You say he is like a man which built a house and dig deep and laid the foundation on a rock. And when the flood arose, the stream beat vehemently upon that house and could not shake it, for it was founded upon a rock. So you have a strong foundation when you have faith. You have a strong foundation. But look what happens when you don't have faith, when you don't take heed to the words, right? It says, "But he that heareth and doeth not is like a man that without a foundation built an house upon the earth, against which the stream did beat vehemently, and immediately fell, and the ruin of that house was great." Man, so if you come into this thing, right, because a lot of jakes just like to think they know something. They like to think they know some type of information, right? So if you come into this truth and you take it lightly and you just like you learn all you can, right? But not in the sense that you want to learn it to hold on to it, to grasp to it, to take heed to it. You just want to learn it just to say that you know, right? But if you have no faith behind it, it's going, that's how people fall out of this truth, because they treat it as like a fad or like a fashion, like a trend. You know, they come into this thing without being sincere, right? They're not being sincere about it, right? So they're not they're not putting they're not digging a deep foundation. You know, when you have faith, you're truly going to be rooted into this thing, right? And it's a tree right here. You're not pulling up that tree easily. Why? Because it's rooted. The roots are I don't even know how many feet deep, 10 feet deep, right? These things are rooted. That's why trees grow up to have old ages, right? But if you're just scratching the surface, if you're like sand on the beach, right? When the wind blows, you just go with the wind, man. That's how people are who don't have a strong faith, right? And these are the things that you have to pray for. You gotta pray for the Most High to give you the strength to stay rooted, to stay a part of his thing, right? Because this is his thing. This is his movie, right? As the elders say, right? This is his movie. This is his his story. This is his thing, man. You know. And the Lord bless us with an amazing, with the greatest role to play. And those are his servants, man. You know. But again, right? It says, just going back to Hebrews 11, right? Because Hebrews is really the basis of this lesson, right? But Hebrews 11 and 1, it says, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, Salakia, the evidence of things not seen," man. So going to Romans 8 and 24, right? It says, "For we are saved by hope," right? But hope is that which Salakia. "For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for? So that's the thing, right? If you like, that's like proving yourself. That's like proving that you have faith. That's proving that you believe. Because if he shows you, if he comes down, right? If he comes down in a spiritual form and stands right before you, looking, as holy as can be, as holy as he is, then of course you're gonna believe. Of course you're gonna believe him because he's right in front of you. There's nothing. That's not faith, because that's like the scripture said, man. I'm really over explaining it, because like the scripture just told you, right? Romans 8:24, it says, "For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for?" If you see it, what are you hoping for? You're not. So if you see it, why would you won't? It says, verse 25, it said, "But if we hope for that which we see not, then do we with patience wait for it," right? So that's what we do, right? We hope for the thing that we see not, right? Now it's a bit like, for us now, it's different. Why? Because then Yahushua was on the scene, right? He was traveling. He performed miracles in front of people, right? And some of them still had no faith. Some of them, called it blasphemy, right? But us, we don't see. We can't, go see Yahushua. We can't drive and go say, "I'm finna go see Yahushua perform a miracle today." We don't have that. All we have is what? Faith. Through what? The scriptures, man. Through the Spirit, right? Verse 26, right? It says, "Likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities. For we know not what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered." And that's why I said earlier, you have to pray for these things. But how do you do this? It just told you, through the Spirit, man. The Spirit is what speaks. Like me right now, I'm not speaking through myself. I don't have any knowledge. I have no knowledge except for what the Spirit has allowed me to gain, to have, right? So what was that? Verse 28. No, verse 27. It's like it. It says, "And he that searcheth the hearts knoweth what the mind of the Spirit, knoweth what is the mind of the Spirit, because he maketh intercession for the saints according to the will of the Most High." Verse 28. It says, "And we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Most High, to them who are the called according to His purpose." Man, so that's, again, those are all people who are going to have true faith. The only people who will have true faith are those who are called by His purpose. And who are those? The elect, right? So these are telltale signs, right? Who's a part of the elect and who's not? Because if you see somebody who's without faith, or who isn't rooted in his faith, who's always like, if you bring somebody to this truth and they're always, "Well, I don't know, IUIC did say this and that kind of makes sense," or Sakari did say this, it kind of makes sense, they broke it down this way, and no, man. If the Most High is really dealing with you, you will have the truth, right? Now, I can't say every man who's not in the elect, every man who is in the elect, because that is completely solely upon the will of the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, right? I can't say I'm a part of the elect because I have no idea. I pray I am, but at the end of the day, you will have the truth. The elect will have the truth, It's like, right? But let me read this again, right? So Romans, Salakia. Yeah, kind. Yeah, so Romans 28, Romans 8 and 28, right? It says, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Most High, to them who are the called according to His purpose, right? And that's a, and that jumps right into our next scripture, which is what? 2 Corinthians 4, right? And we'll start at 13. It says, we having the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believed, and therefore have I spoken. We also believe, and therefore speak, knowing that he which raised up the Lord Yahushua shall raise up us also by Yahushua, and shall present us with you. For all things are for your sakes, that the abundance of grace might through the thanksgiving of many redound to the glory of the Most High. Right, which goes right into what we just read in Romans 8, and really verse 28, where it says, for all things are for your sakes, man. All things work. It's like, it's a spider right here, and I don't really fool with spiders. But, like I said, man, all things work together for the good of them who are called according to His purpose, right? So, again, just reiterating the point, this thing of faith of ours is a gift, right? So when you walk around through the earth, you shouldn't walk around with all this worry and stress, because there's no point. Why? Because we know that the Most High controls all these things, man. Like the scripture just said, all things work together for the good of them who are called according to His purpose. Or for paraphrasing, right? So there's no point. You should have faith. You should have faith that even though my money looking funny right now, you should have faith that the Most High will take care of you, right? Now, of course, we're at the lowest state, that's just a part of this thing, man. We're at the lowest state, but He'll give you your daily needs, man, your daily bread, you just need to have faith, right? Staying on that book and chapter, right? 2 Corinthians 4, and we'll start at 16, right? It says, for cause we faint not, but through our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day, right? So we have these fleshly bodies, man. Pursuing what is that? Jude the, I can't remember what verse, right? But pursuant to the book of Jude, right, it talks about wearing these everlasting chains, man. And what it's these fleshly bodies. These bodies will decay, right? I may be young, right? I'm 22, right? I'm 22 years old. I may be young, but the body still decays, man. And I mean that's evident. As through age, the body gets worse, right? I used to play sports. I used to be, my body beat up. My knees hurt. My knees ache. You know what I'm saying? And those are very simple things. Now, there's brothers who really have to deal with very serious illnesses. Some may have, some may have cancer. Some may have, it's various diseases and there's various sicknesses. Something like high cholesterol, high blood pressure. There's a lot of things that we have to deal with, through these fleshly bodies. But it says what? It says, yet the inward man is renewed day by day, man. The inward man is what? Our spirit, man, is renewed day by day. That's why you got to put off the old man and put on the new. That's why you can't put that new wine into old bottles, right? It's renewed day by day, right? If you're in the right spirit, right? It says, verse 17, it says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen, right? That's like the scriptures say, right? You got to set your affections on things above. I think it's in the book of Colossians. I think it's in Colossians. But you gotta set your affections on things above, right? We don't, we don't see those heavenly treasures. We can't see those heavenly treasures. We don't know everything that we're gonna have, man. We just know it's gonna be great. Why? Because the Most High promised it to us, and the Most High is not a man that he should lie. You know. Continue on with the verse. It says, "For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal." So all this stuff that we see, all these the jewelry that I got earrings and I got the jewelry you may have is going away, man. You know, so like it. The jewelry you may have is going away. You know, the money you have, the houses you have, or the house that you have, or wherever your apartment, whatever, the car, shoes, clothes, it's all going away, man. It's all temporary. It's temporary. You know. It says, but the things which are not seen are eternal. So these things this is what's going to last you for an eternity, right? That's why you got to build up your treasures in the kingdom of heaven, right? Because those things are going to be eternal, right? Let's get a scripture on that. This is Matthew 6:19, right? It says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also," man. So there's no point in building up treasures in this place, on this earth. There's no point. People can break through and steal it, like the scriptures say. You know, these things can be destroyed, right? Or like that crown. They search. Well, they say them incorruptible, but we incorruptible. We're searching for the incorruptible things, the things that cannot be taken, right? Once Yahweh Shai gives us the crown, nobody can take that from us, right? When Yahweh Shai gives us whatever He gives us, it cannot be taken, right? It cannot be taken. This is right. So I'm gonna read that 2 Corinthians 4:18 one more time, right? It says, "While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal," man. You know, so that's what it is. You know, you can't be searching for that corruptible crown. You can't be trying to find glory among men or try to find some type of popularity or whatever you want to call it, right? There's no point in having a gain in this world, because you're gonna lose it all, right? When the Lord God comes back and destroys this place with those nukes, right? You're gonna lose it all. It's not gonna profit you in those days, right? It's not gonna help you. Now, again, this faith thing that we have is what's going to propel us forward, right? You have to have faith, because if you have no faith, I'm reiterating what I said earlier. If you don't have faith, you're gonna be searching for some type of proof. You want the Most High to prove Himself. You want Him to come down and say and float in the sky and say with a great big voice, "Come art thou, my son, I will show you the kingdom." Like that's you being you think you special. Like He gotta prove Himself to you. You know, you're not special, man. This is a faith thing. It's either you believe what He say or you don't. You know. There is no in between. It's either you believe it or you don't. He doesn't have to prove Himself to you, right? Now, we will say there are things that we may have seen, we may go through day to day, and if you have faith, then you will see that's only the Most High who could possibly do it, right? The earth that we're living on is proof in the pudding, you know. But He doesn't owe you anything. right? In the sense of he doesn't owe you any type of proof, right? But it's again, it's all through the Spirit. You know, the Spirit is what wakes us up. The Spirit is what allows us to understand. The Spirit is what allows us to get the truth, to know the truth at that, right? To know that, you know, the simple, even simple things like the name of the Most High, the name of His Son. This is the milk, you know. This is the very beginning. To even know the name is a beautiful thing, because it's a secret to most. It's a secret to most, right? And He reveals what His secret to the prophets, man. So that itself, you knowing that the Most High, the Father's name is Yahweh, and His Son's name is Yahweh Shai, that's a beautiful thing, man. And it's best you not take it lightly. It's best you not take that lightly, man. This is Hebrews 4:1. It says, "Let us therefore fear, lest the promise being left us of entering into His rest, any of you should seem to come short of it. For unto us was the gospel preached, as well unto them. But the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it." Man, so that's the thing. That's why I say it's so beautiful, right? That's why you can't take this thing lightly. Why? Because we heard the same thing that a lot of the world has heard, but the Most High allowed us. He put His Spirit upon us to believe it. Right? I'm gonna read it one more time. Right? Verse 2, Hebrews 4:2. "For unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them." It's just like it was unto them. Right? It says, "But the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it." Man, it didn't profit them, but it profited us. Why? Because we understand. The Most High pour His Spirit upon us to understand these things, right? That's like when the disciples, came to Yahushua, like, "Why speakest thou in parables? What did He say? Unto you it is given," right? It's not given to them. It's not for them. You know. This is 1 Corinthians 2:7, just going deeper into that point. Right? It says, "But we speak the wisdom of the Most High in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom which the Most High ordained before the world unto our glory, which none of the princes of this world knew, for had they known it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. But as it is written, I have not seen, nor heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which the Most High prepared for them that love Him. But the Most High has revealed them unto us by His Spirit. For the Spirit searcheth all things, yeah, the deep things of the Most High." What did it just say? Like we just read in Hebrews 4, it didn't profit them. Why? Because going to 1 Corinthians 2, the Most High didn't reveal it to them. Like I said, or like Yahushua said, to them it is not given. And I mean, there's a big point in this, right, where it says, verse 7, right, 1 Corinthians 2:7, right, where it talks about how he ordained it before the world, unto our glory, which that's an important thing. Why? Because that helps you understand that the elect has been selected since before this world was even created, since before Yahushua and the angels created this world. This was already ordained. This was already put into play. But just harping even deeper on that point, and then this is the last thing I got, and then we'll get out of here, right? This is Ephesians 3:3, right? And just harping deeper on that, we have this. Let me slow down, slack it. The faith that we have, right? The main point was that you need to have faith, but the faith that we do have is needed to be understood, that we get this only through the Spirit, not of our own selves, right? So this is Ephesians 3:3. It says, "How that by revelation He made known unto me the mystery, as I wrote afore in words, whereby when ye read, ye may understand my knowledge in the mystery of Hamashiach," or the anointed. right? It says, which in other ages was not made known unto the sons of men, as it is now revealed unto his holy apostles and prophets by what? By the Spirit. These are the only way that you're going to understand these things, understand the truth. But you're going to understand it through what? Faith, right? You're going to have the Spirit through faith, You got to believe. You have to believe this thing. You can't be one foot in, one foot out. You got to believe this thing with your whole heart, man. You got to know. You got to know it. You can't think it. You can't say I think he's coming. No, man. You got to know it. You can't say I think this is his name. No, you have to know it. You have to know this is the name. You have to know. You can't say I think Paul's writings are. No, you have to know his writings are true. I think the scriptures are. You have to know these things, man. They're. So you have to have faith. At the end of the day, right? But that's all. That's all I had. Flow through the Spirit. Lord willing, it was edifying. I know I tend to rumble a bit, or ramble a bit, but Lord willing, it was edifying. So we'll get out of here. I'd like to end this by giving all praises which are due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Give double honors to the apostles and others of Great Millstone, and Shalom to Philip.